Hi, my name is Toni. I am in Lebanon, Ohio. My current employer is Valacor Environmental Services, and I am a corporate HR and payroll manager. My suggestion for making HR a function and a valuable part of the overall organization is to involve HR in some daily task with managers or sales team to make sure that they know what's going on so they can be a part of that strategic mindset and have a seat at the table to understand what the company's mission is and how to drive the employees and how to drive the issues at hand. They're a good voice for a reason, and maybe stuff that the managers don't hear or understand. An HR professional that is analytical like myself could really understand, it could really enlighten someone so they can understand why HR would be a function and a good part of a team. If there is three shifts operation, I'm very experienced in this. You would have to have managers and supervisors hired on to undertake the different employees coming and going, have a good time management system and scheduling system. That way, no employees by themselves. There's always at least two people on the team. Sometimes their shift can run a skeleton crew, just making sure the managers and supervisors, and there is a good escalation if someone was to call off, that there is somebody in place for someone else to be there, and making sure that there's also leads. If the team is huge on second and third shift, there also needs to be leads. You give employees that promotional title and that want to feel like they're a part of the team and that they're help leading the team. They'll make sure that second or third shift, first shift is going to be successful. And I think that's very important that you put the right people with the right job titles, because employees in their job titles, they do look at that and give them the responsibilities so they can feel like they're part of making a change in the organization and growing it. And I think you'll have a successful first, second, and third shift. So I feel like this is very important. A company that's growing fast, of course, you need to have a hiring manager. It is also very important that one person that is leading a team that is probably got a good insight of what they're looking for. Let them be present on the interviews. Let them sit down, teach them the interview, the behavioral questions that they're allowed to ask, things that they're not allowed to ask. Train that peer to help interview, because I think it's very important that there's somebody going to be on their team that they also know what they're looking for, and they would have a good insight and questions maybe that you didn't think of as a hiring manager that they can ask. So, and growing rapidly too, just having a good recruiting team and a good resources to look for certain things that you're looking for to really narrow down that perfect candidate, so you can go to the so you can keep everything moving and have a good application system, and just the hiring manager and peer review. I'm in the question packet, having that on hand and having people trained to understand what the interview process looks like, how long it should take, and have employees just really learn it and have a time frame of how long the candidates sit on the bench and how long it takes for an interview. Just really narrow it down to the nitty gritty, and it becomes much easier. So I will really emphasize on onboarding. Onboarding, I think, is key to keeping good employees. I would start off as an employee from day one, knowing that they have their laptop bag and laptop and business cards ready, and they're ready to hit the ground running. And I would articulate how the organization, the mission, and how their culture really drives the company. You want employees to come in and feel excited that they are getting into a company that knows what they're doing and that their culture aligns with what they want and what they're going to get out of the job. So, really being able to have your organizational chart and how these people play a very important strategic role in how you are successful as a new employee and how it trickles down and everybody's a team. I think just articulating that is most important and getting everybody on board with the culture and the mission and just driving to success. And I think if you start off on the right foot and everybody's jazzed about how to succeed in their new job and they have the tools to get to where they need to go, I think there's nothing but success. So ideas for unifying a company if there's two different locations. So currently I currently have an organization that I work for that we have over 16 locations. And how to unify the employees is number one, communication, communication, communication. You don't want one to think that they're being left out because the other is bigger or because the corporate office is there, which happens a lot. So some ideas I would have is town halls, monthly or quarterly town halls, making sure that when there's successes and also when there's not successes with the company, that there's emails that go out to everybody so everybody's on the same page. You don't want location B like, oh, we didn't know that location A had 3 new employees. Like, where's the welcome emails? Let everybody know that there's a new hire. Or maybe if somebody left, it's okay to send out somebody has left the organization. So everybody's on board and everybody feels like they're a part of the team. So the town halls, doing lunches, and how far, even doing since Corona, we currently started doing cocktail hour. And if you don't want to drink, you drink a bottle of water. And it's just like everybody's just chit chatting. So on a lot of these calls, we've had 40 plus employees. And when there's over 400 employees, I mean, that's pretty successful. And then just making sure that yeah, there's like safety meetings that everybody's included at the same time. Don't make it two separate times at two separate locations. Let it be on virtual so everybody knows what's going on at the same time and everybody can see each other. And how cool is that now that we're all doing like Teams and Zoom, that we all feel a bigger part? And if the locations aren't that far apart, then maybe once or twice a year do a picnic. So when I'm not in the office, I am working out. I love to run. I love being outside. I have a big family and a lot of friends, so we're constantly doing stuff. My house has been the go-to house this year, so I gave a lot of time and effort into making my outdoor space just really homey for everybody to come and hang out. And yeah, so working out, spending time with the family and friends. I've traveled a little bit, but I like to also just be at home entertaining people and just keeping everybody active in my household. So yeah, hiking, running, the gym. I am a busy bee, but I love it. Yes, I confirm to use this video for hiring and evaluation purposes.